too much success with all their insightful views. Do you grow yourself or buy from the top shelf? Are you here to take the reins and gain back your health? Whatever it is, you know the biz. Leave a like, crack a pipe, and let's get on with it. If you want to acquire the knowledge, you don't have to go to college. You can just come hang with Aaron and Dave.
Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes. We're a podcast focused on discussing local and national cannabis news and culture. I am Aaron.
I am Dave, and we are here with
Our friend.
Pete from Heisenterp Brothers.
Yeah, Pete from
Pete.
Heisenterp Brothers.
the man.
Hell yeah.
Pete, how are you, brother?
Good.
Good.
Welcome to the show as a avid listener. I appreciate the hell out of you. We were just talking about that.
Way more, yeah.
Yeah.
I have loved this premiere thing with the chat thing and kind of interacting over it has been really neat. I was driving the other day listening to everything and kind of saw everybody talking about stuff, but it's a very cool community.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the feedback because I think that the only way to like get anything to the next level is to know the truth, right? And I think that's the coolest part about some of these hangouts and some of these discussions is like everybody's being pretty real, right? Everybody's like trying to, I mean, you're being very real. I see what you're doing,
Yeah.
man, and you're absolutely killing your style of growing and everything, and I can't wait to talk to you more about it. But it's so cool to have a community of like-minded people trying to just elevate and push everybody else's boundaries, and like we just want to be the best at what we do, and I love what it's showing out to be. And you're like one of the coolest representations of that I've seen. I haven't met a lot of the people, but you're fucking awesome, and I love you. And I just want to say thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And
he's the newest mod on the live
Hell
premieres.
yeah.
I made him a mod.
Should
I
be.
mean, you're a mod because I'm a mod on your spot too.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah. Just in
No,
case.
yeah.
But Pete's always around. He's always on his lunch hour watching premieres, and you know what I mean? So, like, you know.
And you
No
listen,
pressure.
you listen
No
to me.
pressure.
You know I don't know much about growing, so it will be very cool to pick your mind and hear your perspective on things too. I obviously talk to Aaron and hear him talk about things. So, you know, hearing what you do to make what you're doing.
Yeah.
we don't got to let the cat out of the bag if you got secrets and shit that you do, but I don't think that's really the culture. A lot of people are trying to help each other get to the next level. I think you're doing a wonderful job. I really around
I've seen the improvement from like last year to like now. Is you can tell like you're really dialing specific things in.
Appreciate
and
that.
It's nice to see.
Yeah, really appreciate all those kind words, and it's been great to meet you guys, and you guys have welcomed me with welcome arms, and love it. And yeah, man, since I met you was October, so we're only
exactly
4 months into this year. It's only been 6 months since then, and what is it, like 2-3 harvests since?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
You learn something every grow. That's the important thing.
Every grow, there's always a challenge. Every grow, you have to figure out something new or even tweak something, and I'm doing the same thing every time.
You're another
That's
person who
awesome.
posts pictures that are not necessarily like the you don't hide. If like what I'm saying is like you don't hide, you don't make it one specific angle nug so you can't see any problems that you've had similar to what I do. And I always like that about you. Like I can see like brown spots sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Like on the edge of the leaves. And I'm not trying to talk bad, but
No,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it happens to every
and I'm
grower.
like, that's what we need to normalize, because everybody like has this like, oh, I have to be so perfect. And it's like, no, nobody's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
I see my friends who give me fire, but like I see they got the same, like they overwatered just like I did. You know what I mean? Like it
I
happens.
still do it.
Right.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
every cultivar is, different.
Exactly.
You're going to learn it
Yeah.
as you go. And every time you run it the first time, it's pretty much like you're new to it
Yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
whatever the nuances of that
Sure.
cultivar is. Like just recently, I was on a podcast talking about crop culture. Chris's
yeah,
Peyonia
shout
Blue.
out Seed to Harvest podcast
yeah,
with
shout out to
Canorado
them.
Chris and El Connoisseur.
Yeah, thank you for
That's
having me.
awesome.
And
What up, doggies?
yeah, running his
Yeah.
line right now, it's just like I'm trying to figure out, where's that balance on the volume, because everybody else is taking a little bit more than that specific strain. And ever since I got it I've been overwatering it every freaking time. It's hilarious. So, it's just a learning experience with every cultivar.
Yeah. Charlie and I were talking about that earlier. Shout out to Little Bean Grow Shop here in DeKalb, Illinois. If you're local to Chicagoland area, come to DeKalb, Illinois, 650 North Peace Road. We love them, and we love the Little Bean Studios. We were talking earlier. It's like he would rather see people just grow one cultivar and just learn how to actually grow the plant before people get too busy scaling up with multiple tents, multiple rooms, because if you don't have the 2 or 3 plants dialed in, you'll never scale it up to like 2,000 or 3,000 feet, because you're just going to take craziness and not know how to deal with the craziness at 3,000
Makes
square
total
feet.
sense.
Yeah. He's not wrong.
I've been running a couple strains now for 2 years, and depending on if you're switching lines, that's another situation. But 2 years in, and you guys are seeing the results, man.
It's
so
cool.
It takes time sometimes, depending on, again, if you're switching your nutrients or whatever your strategy is, to really dial that in and figure out what that plant wants.
Number one, strong genetics. Number 2, have a controlled environment. Be able to dial in your environment is so crucial. So crucial, whether you're in veg or whether you're in flower. You know what I mean? If you don't have it dialed in, it's going to be that way the whole run, right?
Yeah.
That's my experience.
If you continue to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result,
it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do they call it? Is it insanity?
Insanity.
And let's be honest here. Like, for a while, my brother was doing the growing.
Right.
And that kind of was a little bit what we were doing before we were really educated.
Right.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge thing too. I think the education part of it seems like something to me is a barrier to entry, because it seems like, I have so many. It's not just that, but that I'm looking at, I'm going, fuck, I'm watching so many people fail a bunch of different times. And like, everybody goes, well, just grow it. Grow it. And I think, even from my perspective, I think what you said is just, no matter what, can you just grow one of those plants well? And I've always said it even from a medicinal side of things, because I approach it a little differently in some perspectives. But I'm like, listen, if you're a cultivator and you do one fucking thing
one thing right,
you don't have to do anything else.
Right.
The market literally is looking for shining lights of things to take over certain parts of it and to do well, right? And like, flower has a demand everywhere. Good flower has a demand everywhere. It got fucking saturated as shit up in fucking Michigan. So many people fucking doing bad things. And so many people only have access to so much bad stuff. And like,
that's why the community is important. So you can meet friends who also grow awesome weed, and you can trade these, and you can find what you love, and you can like, community is important. Education is important too.
And that's the whole thing.
But that's
where the education is
supporting
coming.
your local growers.
Whether it's just a regular garden or whatever.
And
100%.
110%.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
I love driving out here and seeing all the farms. It's a little, change of pace for me being in the burbs.
Are you going to the thing tonight?
We'll see. We'll see how I feel after this, because it's a long day for me.
I understand.
I hate going to the office.
And it's starting to snow.
Yeah, the drive here was a little windy, so
I know.
We'll see. It's a long drive for me.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's all good. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it again.
I can't tell you,
Yeah. Do you want to do plugs real quick?
Hit them.
Let's hit them up, because yeah. So you can find us, the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite streaming and podcast apps. You can also find us at Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel. Please give us a like and leave a review, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, subscribe on your alternate accounts. Leave that stuff on repeat. But no, everything's been going real good. We've been getting lots of good views on YouTube, and we appreciate everybody. If you grow, having the right gear for your home garden makes all the difference. That's why you need to get on board with Crop Culture's quarterly home grower boxes.
Crop Culture releases insane value boxes every 3 months, packed with premium seeds, growing equipment, and unique extras tailored for those who want to plant with a purpose.
But that's not all. Coming soon, they're launching monthly crop drops where you can snag a pack or two of Fire Genetics along with must-have gardening accessories like AC Infinity's legendary trimming scissors.
We're talking stickers, mystery goodies, and deeply discounted bundles you won't find anywhere else. Just an easy one-time purchase with no commitment.
Their current quarterly box is an absolute steal, featuring top-shelf genetics, a pH meter or smell-proof bag, monitoring tools, fermented plant probiotics, and more.
And for our listeners, use the code 2DOPEDUDES for $10 off any purchase of $100 or more at cropculture.net.
So whether you want the full quarterly experience or just need a regular re-up, Crop Culture's got you covered.
Level up your garden and score some gear that'll have your plants standing tall. If you grow, you know you need to check them out at cropculture.net before sold-out regret sets in. Let them help you plant with a purpose. Hey, Curious connoisseurs, are you looking to elevate your wellness routine? Take it up a notch with Mr. CBD Chicago.
That's right, dude. They've got everything you need from their brand new El Jefe line with CBD and THC sprays for a discreet and convenient dose, to their legendary Moonrock Matte Bottle Rockets and the always satisfying Spliff Society pre-rolls.
And listen up, 2Dope Dude listeners. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES at checkout for 10% off your entire order at MrCBDChicago.com. That's right, 10% off.
So ditch the stress and embrace the good vibes with Mr. CBD Chicago. Head over to their website today. Just remember, use the code 2DOPEDUDES for that sweet discount. You're not going to regret it. Hey there, fellow plant enthusiasts. Tired of using chemical fertilizers that harm your soil and the environment?
We feel you. That's why we want to introduce you to Green Grow Biological.
Green Grow offers organic soil amendments packed with beneficial bacteria and mycorrhizae fungi like their popular Pride Bloom fertilizer and flower finisher.
These little powerhouses work together to improve your soil health, helping your plants grow strong and healthy naturally. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, Green Grow has something for you.
And because Green Grow is committed to sustainable practices, you can feel good about what you're putting into your home and garden.
Head over to thegreengrow.com to learn more about their amazing products and how they can help you take your gardening to the next level.
And listen up, because here's a special offer just for our listeners. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off your entire order at thegreengrow.com.
That's 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off at greengrow.com. Happy planting!
You can find us on supportdopepeople.com along with links to other pods and stickers just by providing your email and address. I also have shirts and dab mats, and those orders are starting to go out. So thank you very much. Email us at 2dopedudespodcast@gmail.com for all your questions or things you would like to talk about. If you are a listener and you would like to be on the podcast, email me at 2dopedudespodcast@gmail.com, just like Pete from Heisenterp Brothers did. He said, hey, I'd like to be on the pod. And I was like, well, come on, dude, let's go.
Let's get it.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, we did some boom boom booms today, so we don't even have to deal with that. Hopefully those come through, or I'm gonna be pulling them from past episodes.
Yeah.
More work.
Yeah. Also, on Thursday nights, if you'd like to hang out with me directly and ask any questions about anything cannabis related, please
play the meme game.
I am very much
Quiplash.
Yeah, we like to play games and get
Disc
a little bit
Golf
loose
Alley.
because we're killing time, but I'm there for you if you have any questions. It's a direct line to me. I know it's a weird time, but that's kind of the whole point, right?
Yep. Thursday
You don't
nights.
have to be known. You can be anonymous. Let's talk about health and how you can use cannabis to benefit you.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking medical professional or anything, but I have seen some really cool anecdotal things, and I think I can point you in the direction to some science. That's all I'm saying. But
can we shout out CG Art on Instagram? Did you check out these cool jars?
Yeah, she hooked it up.
Yeah.
It's a little bean jar. It's got that on it. They got Support Dope People, Go Genetics, Mr. CBD, Spiteful Stitches. They got a real nice one for
Dude, the Heisenterp one is cool, man. I like them both.
Yeah. Shout out Skunk Magazine. This has got stuff from Go Genetics in it. And they'll be doing more stuff together. So shout out Skunk Magazine as well.
And
Pete.
Yeah, Pete, what do
Tell
you
us what you're
Yeah.
happy about. You want to show your jar off? Don't
Yeah,
be shy.
yeah.
Now's the time, bro.
I am
Now's-
really excited about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually set that up with Carissa to drop that off since it
Yeah,
was
you
perfect.
and you can find her. She was on one of the audio only episodes with Marky, the Growers Hangout, one of the early Growers Hangouts roundtables. She was on it, and please go listen to her story. She's another one we should actually. I can't believe I didn't just ask her to come up on the podcast, but we should definitely have her on the podcast because she's
I'm into
awesome.
that.
She's great. Love her.
awesome artwork.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
great. Yeah.
I would like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of
She
when I
does
saw
paintings.
the support dope people on that thing, I'm like, shit, man, I would look good at the. Anyway,
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, this is like she
Yeah.
does paintings, but like this is her new. She's been doing these. Started with LoveGreenCulture, I believe, may have had the idea for her to do something.
super cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Yep. Love it.
Shout
Appreciate it,
out Bonkster
Carissa.
too.
Thank
yeah,
you.
thanks Bonkster for shouting Carissa out as much as you did, so we could
Yeah.
discover her. You're
Thank
you're a fucking real one. I love you, dude.
I met her at the first event that I went to at the Beans Farmers Market in October.
Yeah, at the Go Cup.
Yeah. It was in October,
Oh,
so I
okay.
didn't go to the Go Cup.
Okay.
If they ever have another one, I'm there for sure.
October.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
And then when I saw her paintings with my brother, I was like, dude, that brings us back to your fucking room. Like we used to share a room back in the day, and this was when he was smoking, 16 years old, and I was like 12, 11, whatever. And you know how those old school like the felted mushroom,
Yeah,
the gnomes
she's very
with the
s-
black light, dude.
yeah.
I was like, dude, that brings us back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
I'll send you a picture of the painting that I have in my room. She does a lot of like very psychedelic looking big booty girl. You know what I mean? Like
That's
it's super
awesome.
dope.
Yeah.
That's so
Half
cool.
naked joint. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
no, and
right.
Chris is the best, and she's doing it for such a great reason. And I'm so glad that everything's going super well in her life lately.
Perfect.
And she works at my alma mater, Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, what's
yeah.
up?
Hell yeah.
What's up? Let's go Huskies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you want to plug, brother? Tell us about you got anything
Yeah,
that you
follow
want
you
anybody to
on,
follow you and
yeah.
anything?
Definitely. You can follow me on IG, Heisenterp_brothers.
Yep.
You can find us on there. Catch us along on our journey of whatever strain we got going on. You can catch us all the way back from when we were growing garbage, you
Yeah.
know, from the first seed
That's
back in
awesome.
2020. So
Yeah.
you can find all the content there and follow along.
That's super cool. So back then you started documenting your journey.
Yeah.
And you've just been all the way along.
Yeah.
That's so cool, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I have not scrolled that far back on your page.
I
I apologize. I
wouldn't
not an
imagine.
Instagram human. I don't use it. He yelled at me earlier for it. Literally, you'll see it in another episode or something. But
Episode before this.
Okay. Yeah.
You're really gonna like this. This is that Bicket OG.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I
Do I have to hit any buttons
Nope,
here? Because
No.
just
you're
sip
good.
on it, and then that's like your airflow at the top. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like a little joystick button. It's dope, right? Yeah. It is.
it's real nice.
Very nice. Yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't expect anybody to go that far back, but if you wanted to see how bad we were, you could see us from our Fox Farm Trio days to our Nectar days, and then to our Canna days, and then most recently now with Culture Biologics, and see
Yep.
how we just kind of dialed that in. And
Yeah.
I love that shit. You
Yeah.
know, I'll keep posting about it.
Shout out to Simple Jars. This is the Bicket OG. This stuff is great. It's single source, hand wash, living soil, GMO crossed with cherry pie. I really like the Simple Jars. Live rosin. They even tell you the micron bags that they use, 149 microns to 70 microns. This stuff's really, really dope. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's super dope, dude. Why can I ask you, when did you start? Is there a good story to why you started, when you started?
Well, let's start it all the way back to when we officially started growing, or when my brother did, was 2012. We grew back then. He was going through some things with my dad, and he was working with my dad, but he ended up leaving to go to an apartment that was on his name, whatever. So out of necessity, he just wanted to make money. He didn't have a job since he was working with my dad. and he grew. One of our one of our plugs or whatever at that time kind of like, instigated a little bit. And so we set it up in, it was supposedly my bedroom, and we grew back in 2012 a little bit. I just supported it. It was all him. And then, that ended or whatever. And then 2020, once we got the go ahead from, the licensing or whatever to say that we were legal, but it had nothing to do with that, to be perfectly honest. It just worked out that I had just bought a house in September of 2019. So now we had a little privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then once, it just worked out, and then we just started getting the ball rolling, getting all the equipment.
Yeah.
And just, like you said, with the environment, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I would love to have had everything all at once, but it was a work in progress.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you just have to learn something every time. You have to try and improve. Constant and never-ending improvement.
Oh, you knew you were
I
going
know.
to do that.
It
to
is.
me.
I did. I mean, no, I've been
Yeah.
saying, I actually said that in one of my recent Instagram posts. The best thing about you not being on Instagram is I can rip you off. And it
Nice.
sounds so smart. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, it's good.
No.
No, CANI is an acronym
I
that
always tell-
somebody showed me once. It was a fellow that was he worked with Tony Robbins. Like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a motivational speaker and shit. But
Solace.
he said, "Hey man, CANI, constant and never-ending improvement." And I was like, "Damn, that's fire." He's like, "What you do today, you can do better tomorrow. And
Yeah.
if you ever stop that momentum, like, wrap it up, dude."
Yeah.
Like, and that's what the whole thing too is, like, do one thing well.
Yeah.
But once you do one thing well, you deserve the right to branch out
Yeah.
and try some other things and push some of the limits. And that's like this round table thing that you guys do about this growing stuff. And I say this growing stuff because it sounds foreign to me in some capacity, but I'm hearing all of you talk now. I'm going, yeah, that sounds about right. If you treat this plant with some love,
Yep.
you show it some time, some
Yeah.
effort,
Mhm.
and like 2020 was a
Yeah.
perfect storm, dude.
It
Right?
was.
Yep.
Everything, the environment made it perfect for everybody to become reclusive and put some passion back into something that they cared about.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's cool to hear that yours was cannabis too, because mine's always been cannabis, and I love this thing. 2020 was when I started kind of streaming about it,
Yep.
talking more publicly. Dude, I want to be more available for more people.
Yep.
Right. I think that I have a good perspective at it. But I think I have results personally. Maybe it's not as out publicly, right?
Right.
Because that I was never able to expose. But when you're doing something great like you are in the growing side of things,
Yeah.
and now, bro, you're showing this shit to me that you are like, your development is clearly you're doing things really well. You're clearly showing passion, and like I said, I love you and your man. Can I just pick this shit up?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's,
thing right here is.
I'm sure it went
incredible.
over to Watson Labs. I'm sure it tested fine.
Oh yeah, for
Is
sure.
it tested?
No,
Um,
I'm Dave.
No.
Wow.
Dave.
Jeez.
That's funny. No, that's funny. What was it? We were watching the growers hang out, and I was saying like, yeah, my last year this time was like,
Yeah. Top shelf mid.
top shelf mids.
Top shelf mids.
Yeah.
And I always say with Dragon Ball Z is my reference,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
you
I
gotta,
used to.
you gotta know
used-
what the power level is.
Yeah, you gotta know. You
Yeah.
gotta know Dragon Ball Z and the
Yeah.
power level. But
What Vegeta?
yeah, before I thought I was
1000
at Super Saiyan. The whole time I wasn't. Like you remember?
I
Is
respect
that
that.
guy Super Saiyan?
No,
No, he was
see,
Kaioken the whole time, just times 100.
Dude, the thing is that you gotta watch out because somebody will set you up to bomb.
yeah.
Oh knows. And then you're really in trouble.
Yeah.
Y'all are wild as fuck right now.
Hell yeah.
I love both of you more than you even know. You guys are fucking wild. Keep growing great shit.
Hell
for me,
yeah,
dog,
man. I
'cause this shit,
appreciate that. I still got to get to Super Saiyan 2 and 3 and 4.
There's-
And I told Marky, right? He's what I consider 4. Like,
Yeah.
no homo. Like, he's
But
got.
what does Marky tell you?
Really?
Because I know
It's
what.
garbage. He says he's on to the next one. It's like, dude, it's like, I
No.
can't keep up with this guy.
No,
Yeah.
because
I love Marky.
I love Marky
I
too.
wish
No,
that
no,
I
no,
had
that's not-
experienced more of this stuff
Yeah.
so that I could give more of a way into it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had Marky stuff. I think it's great. I've had your stuff.
Marky
I think it's
is the
great. I've
most
had his.
humble
I think it's
person.
great.
Yeah.
people like have this weird thing. I just want to touch on this. Marky Love, Terp ambassador, by the way.
Oh, I say
Yeah.
he's the Terp president.
I mean,
He's the Terp secretary.
I mean, no, he's
Yeah.
You know
well,
what
it
I
was
mean?
it
love
was
this.
Marky Love for Terp.
Secretary of Terps.
I guess it was Marky Love for Terp president, but I think
Secretary of
he said he
Love,
liked
brother. That dude
ambassador
was so
better.
nice. nice.
But no, he's the best. And people, I don't know, people have some weird thing. Marky is one of the most humble people I've ever met.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, I mean, I'm not sure if I know more than anybody else. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I know what I know.
Yeah,
I do what I do.
I was curious with
And-
that 63%.
But that's the thing. Marky understands the formula, and Marky just follows the formula.
Mm-hmm. Don't break what's fixed or what's working for you. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, because that's been my experience with Marky. Now, I don't want to speak for him because, I mean, who am I to speak for Marky? I just know, like, Marky and I have hung out a number of times and had some like serious discussions about some serious things. And he's just like, he's the coolest, most humble dude. And he just grinds and he just repeats and he just repeats and repeats and just does the same thing.
yeah.
Is that in growing style? Is that in genetics? What is it like?
probably both,
Is
if
it
you ask me.
everything? A little bit of passion in every department?
He's got a very keen eye on genetics.
Okay.
And he's also got a very different style of growing when it comes to, you know, the earth box and the build of soil,
Yeah,
whatever, with the way he's using the Athena. I'm very interested in what it is that's bringing out, because he's got and it's funny because he's giving me different genetics, different strains. They do have a very similar terp profile. And I love it. I love it though. It's like, boom. It's like, for me, I always say it. It's like, my fault.
No. I just saw I didn't want it to.
No, you're good. So yeah, and I always say it when I always talk about it in front of other people, it's got this like, for me, I used to be a basketball player, and I always love that fresh smell of like some Nikes, you know?
Yeah.
Dude,
You ever crack a can of tennis balls and smell that
I
shit?
had a
It's the
strain
same
just
thing,
like
dude.
that. You would have loved it.
Bro, I love that.
Dude,
yeah.
the Gary Poppins that I first grew,
Gary Poppins.
it
Yeah.
was just like that when you smelled the jar. It was fresh, open,
Yeah.
tennis ball, and gas.
Yep, I remember that
That's
stuff.
awesome.
I remember
That's
that stuff.
so
Oh,
cool.
dude, but I don't have that cut anymore.
Right.
Stavros stopped taking cuts. So I was like, okay, so we got to pop another one. So I got a very different pheno off of this new one. But yeah, Marky's got a very unique terp, and I love it. And it's a fresh pair of sneaks, and it brings me back. Yeah, I love it. I the way he dries too, and he gets the way the buds are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
Have
man.
you seen his dry room? Have you seen
I have
his-
not been into the ops, so I don't know what it looks like, and I would love to take a look. But after the event this past week and having so many different buds to try from everybody, thank you very much for the glitters.
How'd you like it?
Everybody's dry. Everybody's dry. He is not dry weed. I'm still trying to get to where he's at. I liked your weed. If I put it on, so let's put it on the list, right? I had Midwest Terps gifted me 2 strains.
You don't have to. You don't
No.
have-
I'm
yeah,
gonna put it
okay,
there.
Sure.
This is so we know, because I'm gonna be an honest person, right? I was gifted Midwest Terps, 2 different phenos. Or I'm sorry, 2 different strains. It was Lake Effect and
Strawberry fritter number 3, maybe.
it was Platinum Kush.
Okay.
And then you gave me the glitters.
Yeah.
And this is the order, by the way.
Yeah.
And then Roy gave me a bunch of different flavors. The one that I liked the most was Dilly Bars. And then he gave me 2 different phenos of Pink Power. I liked the second pheno. And then he gave me Orange Gas. And then the other pheno of Pink Power. It was in that order. And I
Yeah.
forgot who else gifted me something else.
630 boys.
No. We didn't even see each other after your
Okay.
podcast. I was waiting outside.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see
That
each
was
other.
super fun though. Like we had some people come in after that who were like podcast listeners and like introduce themselves. And
Yeah.
we hung out with them for a bit, and then by the time I got out, everybody was starting to wrap up. So.
Right. And that's everybody had, that was the list, right? As
Yeah.
far as the order of what I liked from what I got. It was all dry though. Like everybody's
Mhm.
needs to work on their dry, including myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's be critical, because I'm most critical of my weed. Like I said,
Yeah.
last year, garbage. Throw it out the window.
That
Yeah.
stuff's actually been around for a while. I've it's probably on the drier side because it's been in jars, because it's I think I harvested it a couple months ago. So I'm not surprised that it's on the drier side. We tested it I think like I don't know, a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Chris from Crop Culture, and Kevin Goat Genetics Kevin has a tester,
Yeah.
and we tested it, and it was at a good dry point. You know what I mean? So
I mean, that's what happens over the course
that's
of
what
time.
I'm saying. Like, I'm not surprised. It's been another month
Right.
probably, so it's going to be a little bit dry, but it's still sticky.
Oh yeah,
it's
and
so
it tasted
sticky.
good. Like, you know what? You gave me
The cure actually got better from
it
the
was like
fresh.
a Tootsie Roll. It was like a Tootsie Roll
Yeah.
type. It had a chocolatey type terp
Nice.
to me.
Okay.
I remember specifically, and
Cool.
like I said, man, I kept all your buds, and I made sure to smoke what I wanted to
appreciate
get rid
you.
of the fastest, and
Yeah.
I kept what I wanted,
Yeah.
and I kept yours in jars. I put them all in the
Yeah.
jars mainly.
Yeah.
Whatever
I started remembering to bring extra grow bags and a marker because people will give me stuff, and I'll get home and I'm like, I don't even know what is what.
I marked everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure everybody got, a good review because I'm reviewing it to my stuff.
Yeah.
The last stuff, what was it? I forgot which event. It was like right after the rosin competition. Faded Farms gave me one of their donuts. It was what it was.
I've heard a lot of good things about their donuts. I've heard people rave about them. I don't see, for me, I will never know and I don't actually care because I don't do infused joints ever.
I didn't know what to expect.
Dave has been one of the few people who's seen me. I smoke dude. I can hit this pipe. I can hit dabs. I'm not doing anything crazy.
Well, like he saw a ghost and
Yeah,
got
dude.
all hot sweats and shit.
hit
And I
it-
was like, "You
hit it
all right?" And he
once.
was like, "Bro, he's like, I'm fucking all sweated up and shit." I'm like, all right.
Interesting.
Well, I'm like, give me that shit.
I must have got a dud because I didn't see no
But
donut
I don't
in
think
there.
it was that, right? This was something completely different that we had together.
I
think
don't mess with infused.
I think it was some decent shit, but it was completely different situation. But I love that you're being honest about this.
I mean,
because
I've tried so much bad weed before, and I've tried so much good weed, what I thought was good weed. You know what I mean? Here we
I
are now.
talk about ugly baby syndrome a lot, okay? Because like,
there's a lot of
again,
shit
and I'm
out
from the
there.
outside. I'm not trying to talk shit about anybody's thing. I'm trying to be sensitive because I know that you all are putting effort and time and shit into it. But I respect good shit when I get good shit, right? And I think we're all getting to a point where there's good shit, and I think there's some people that are starting to stand out. And I genuinely think this is good. I really like this, dude. And I just touched it again. I said, all right, you think it's a little dry or whatever. This is nice, okay?
Yeah.
I'm from the older school, kind of maybe a little bit of that sticky kind of resiny something on your hand. But what I just did there, I touched both the buds and then like I touched to like smell the trichomes to see if there's still terpenoids there, to see if there's whatever, and there's still a robustness to this, dude. And I'm telling you, it hits the nose really well.
Yep.
I smoked it last week. I had one nug, dude. So like I'm trying to be as real as I can. I loved it, but I'm somebody who I'm sorry for it. I typically don't pay attention to strain names. And it's not to be rude to anybody. Right. I just like when somebody does something well because then it tends to be very well done all the way across the whole board, right? And I see that in like the MSO world of things. Some people actually do okay in growing. It's because they have good growing habits. They pay more attention to some of the things. They give more effort towards, right? Where the other people make it a 9 to 5 and just people are routine coming in. They're paid $17 an hour to be a fucking farmer, and they just don't care as much as somebody who actually cares, right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool for you to not get too hung up by ugly baby syndrome is what I call it, where you're like, I put all this effort, all this time, look at me, and cannabis is beautiful altogether. Anybody who can grow the plant, it's a beautiful plant, but there's something different when you're doing something right. And like when you're trying to categorize and give it some kind of a structure, I think to me that's the whole thing. Like, I don't know what it is altogether, and I would like to call it one thing or the other, but I don't know that because we're not measuring it at a chemical level, just the robustness that you can offer at times, the cleanness and smoke that you guys are offering now comparatively to some of this fucking shit that I'm getting from wherever my sources are, whether it's dispensary bud, whether it's fucking black market shit, whether it's whatever. I'm seeing a lot of like
THCA.
Jesus Christ, dude. Some of it's so harsh and some, yeah. Well, dude, some of it is so fucking harsh, dude.
Yeah.
But
No,
like
right.
the shit that you guys are doing now, it's smoothing up. It's getting really clean. I'm not, my lungs don't fucking,
cough a lung.
Yeah.
my lungs don't hurt. My uncle was telling me about it the other day. He's like in his 60s and shit. And he's like, dude, I cannot smoke this shit. He's like, this is too much for me. You can take it. He's like, I got to get something different. And, I actually had some that Aaron had one time. I gave it to him. He goes, oh, like, this is like, you can tell there's a freshness to it. You can tell there's a realness to it. It hasn't been stuck in a plastic jar for 6 months on a shelf where somebody pulled it off the shelf to put it out there to pull it back, and like, so there's all that excess. There's passion, there's love. And again, I love that you're real as fuck about it. Categorize it. Be fucking honest. Tell your fucking truth of it. And, keep doing that, dude. And keep improving on that, because I love that you said, I think maybe I'm starting to go Super Saiyan. But how many fucking levels did he go? 4 levels of Super Saiyan?
I'm only recognizing the 4.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what, okay. So that's what I'm saying. You have many levels of growing up to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's maybe not like a log curve, all right? And I don't know if you know what that is, but in mathematics, it's something that kind of goes up and then shoots the exponential to the right. Instead of you're on this kind of big shoot up, you're more of an exponential curve of something. And once you go these next few levels, I think it's just maybe it becomes what Marky is, where Marky can touch anything and grow some good shit, dude.
Yep.
No matter what, some good shit.
Oh, it's got to be genetics, though. I mean, you got to get genetics, because I got genetics that aren't hitting, right? Like, I've got the Mosca seeds that, I don't know, maybe it's not me hitting it, but
but
you know what I mean?
how do you
I think the hype is, I see for me, and I tell people that I'm purposefully ignorant on genetics, but the hype is like, I don't care about the hype. I want to know, like, what do I enjoy growing? What do I enjoy consuming? You know what I mean? That to me is more important. But I make that choice purposefully, because I could get into the hype and just only grow the next hype thing and never really learn anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think, like, for you,
I mean,
it would
is
be if
pop
you could
seeds every
find
day, but
the new sneaker
yeah.
and you could do that perfectly all the time.
Right.
You could shove that thing in a corner and it could always be there. And you do that fucking thing well. And then it's like, okay, I develop from there. Now I really like that garlic gas thing. And you develop one of those really well. And I think that's where, like, maybe your profiles go, right? Like, find the things in your nose that you really like, and then try and, where's the pinnacle of that?
Right.
Where do we, and
that's what Kevin from Goat Genetics says. He says, really honestly, like, I have stuff that I just keep around for me.
Yeah.
And then he's
I
like,
would imagine.
I keep my stuff around, and then, like, the other stuff I do is just the other stuff I do.
It's
He's
experimental,
like, but
I
I've
would
got
imagine.
my stuff.
I'm excited to get all his stuff going in the garden right now. It's the Chi-Town Slurry, the Bahama Tangerine, and then it's not his, right? Technically, it's the Haterade that I got from Jim. We'll see how they go. If we'll keep those whatever other phenos that I got.
Have you? You've only seen Chris's Haterade, right? Have you smoked?
No,
Haterade?
I've only smoked Dibbles.
Would you think? Oh, dude. I got you. I had Dibble's Haterade too. It was good. It was very good.
Fruit punch, baby.
Wait till, man, wait till you grow this.
And that's what mine smells like.
Wait till you
when
grow
I touch
this
the
thing.
Yeah.
Wait till you grow.
I just whatever I like. Everything's a challenge, right? Right now, mine is stop. What
Spread
is it?
it the hell out.
Quantity and the size of the buds. Like right now, I don't know what I did wrong on this round, but the buds are just I'm just not satisfied compared to other rounds. So
are you? How are you judging that? Are you judging it by weight? Are you judging it by?
Well, right now we're at day something,
cost,
46 or 47. So I looked at it last night, and for what I did, the leprechaun, the one that you got right there, for what I did it on the last round with 215 watt lamp, I should be somewhere else right now. You know what I mean? With the 600 watt lamp that I got going, and then I guess I tried. I found an app to. It's like a par meter from your phone.
Yeah, Photon.
It says it. Yeah,
it's actually. I tested it versus Chris's.
Okay, tell me.
Actual expensive par meter, and it was 2 off.
2 off.
2 off.
Okay, so I'm
So
at
you're
1200
good.
something.
Hey, so
you
are
know,
you
PPFD.
Yeah, no, PPFD, your
I don't know if
DLI,
that's a lot, but it's
it
I
is
don't know.
quite a bit. It's
All I know
how
is
is it
everything
feeding?
is dialed in as far as there's perkiness.
Okay.
The deficiency that I had was potassium, and that is fixed. It hasn't progressed. Everything's healthy. Everything's perking. Got turgor pressure. Everything. We're talking. There's nothing to indicate to me that there's any light stress or heat stress or
Okay.
any bleaching. And I've been through the bleaching, and I've
What do you-
cranked up
what do you
another
ru-
light.
What are you running? What are you feeding?
I'm feeding it, my cultured. I'm also feeding it some
Are
of the
you
ferments.
in organic or?
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
organic, dry, carbon based.
So what I found with organic, and this might just be me, the only person I really see push it is Marky.
Because he's pushing the synthetic thing at the end. And I get it. And I'm trying to find something that, like,
Actually, I think he's not doing it this
he's
next
switching
round.
it.
Yeah,
I
he
heard
said
on the last one he was wanting to go organic.
Yeah, he said some other stuff too.
To
me.
So compared to the last run that I did on a less wattage, it
here's the
doesn't make
thing.
sense.
No, but
We'll see what
I
the
just
weight
wanted to
is.
get this out before I
Yeah.
forgot. So here's the thing that I found with organics. And Jeremy says this too on the Build a Soil YouTube, which is where I've learned a lot of my stuff. Him and Miles and people in our community. Is that the thing about organics is that you're taking pressures off the plant. That's why we're planting in big volumes of soil so it can hold more nutrients. That's why we're trying to cultivate all these microorganisms and keep this whole environment in play. And then he says you don't need to have the lights on max. You want to take the pressures off and let the plant be the plant. So I know there's some people who say, hey, turn that up.
It's like gas, I thought.
You got to turn it down. You
but
got to
yeah.
turn it down and let
that's-
the plant go. That's how learning the one thing, learning the plant, how it expresses itself and how to make it do that.
Yeah.
Maybe start toning down the pressures on the plant and let it.
Yeah.
Because environmentally,
yeah.
so like from what I understand scientifically of the plant, when I talk to scientists that worked at Mary's Medicinals, the actual lab in Colorado, in Denver, when I was talking to them, they said, man, I kind of hate the sativa, indica, whatever. Cannabis is an adaptive plant that from environment to environment has just produced different flowers, right? It's almost like how everybody says like bees, you should get the honey from locally because it has all the pollens from the local stuff, so it'll help you kind of
You say local,
medicinally.
locally or local bee? I didn't know
Local
if
bee.
there was a group of local bees I needed to be introduced to.
I'll introduce
Okay,
you.
cool. Thank you.
They'll give you some good honey too.
All right, sweet.
But I will absolutely, and I think it's the same thing with cannabis. I think it's a product of its environment, where if you are in very rich nutrient things and the light's very far away and it's not getting as much light, but it's getting enough because it's abundant. There's no cloud cover. There's no anything. That plant can grow tall, strong, and just keep reaching for that light forever. It's further away though. It's down at ground level. That's where that sativa thing came, 20 plus feet tall plants, right? So you can get some massive colas, but just environmentally speaking, and I'm only talking about this from this conversation, but it would make sense that putting the light a little bit further away and having it still receive the light at a decent thing would leave it to stretch out a little bit. Comparatively, if you were in the mountains and you're closer to the light source, 6,000 feet closer to the light source in India and stuff where some of the first indica plants came from, they didn't need to grow as tall. They grew a lot more bushy, and you can get some fat, dense kind of colas and stuff out of them, and they can grow into big fat bushes if you let them and stuff, but we were also a product of the environment. How much space do we give the thing to breathe and do its thing anyway? So maybe in the mountains they grow more, whatever, but that's it. So playing with that environment, light and breathability and the movement of the wind. I know everybody plays with the fans and stuff, and making these plants hardy will definitely probably produce you something different. And you just said something, and he kind of brought a point to it that makes perfect sense. When speaking of it, you changed from that one light to that other, it got more high pressure. It would seem that the plant might be kind of like holding itself back away from it, not letting the flowers go. It doesn't have to reach for it. It's all there now. It's so abundant for it, right?
I'd be more concerned about your DLI than your PPFD.
Yeah.
Be concerned that you're hitting your DLI, your daily light integral. And I'd be more concerned about that than is it bright enough? Because that's, I think, an easier measurement to either ramp up or ramp down and see how the plant actually responds more than PPFD and just turning that sucker up to 100.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I've grown on 600 watt lights. Like I grew on like the Mars Hydro, like the square ones. You know what I mean? And like you can like do some stuff with that, but the environment's got to be right.
Right.
You know, that's my experience. Like, because I've had people like turn it up, and I'm like, okay. And then every time I turn my light up, or I start running stuff full blast, I start running into problems.
Yeah, but
if I just let it go and turn it down and let the plant do what it wants, the glitters, brand new soil, earth boxes first run. I did barely anything. Water and ferments. I didn't really add too much. I had worms, you know, some bokashi and like that stuff. Like you were around when it first came out. It was really, really nice stuff.
Yeah.
But I barely did anything. Like imagine if I actually paid attention and fed it and pushed it a little bit. Like I want to see what happens.
Give it some teas more.
Right. I want to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Every time you try to tweak stuff, every freaking time.
Do you guys, when you're talking back and forth, does everybody have a standard measurement of height?
No.
Of plant?
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
not.
Everybody's different. Like, yeah, you talk to Chris from Crop Culture. He just lets that thing go. I don't know exactly if you're, doing much, I'm
nothing
bending my plants. My brother was topping it. At the beginning, we were doing Sea Green on 1 gallon pots.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, let's maximize as much of that tent with big fabric pots. I would love to put a 3x3 bed, but he's against it. And then, just bend those fuckers.
Yeah.
Someday
or whatever.
I'll have you over to see mine.
Are you single netting or double netting through the process?
I'm single netting. I keep it.
Do you have enough space to double?
Yeah.
Not
but
like
with
Marky.
I don't have. Yeah, we have to see it to see what he's got.
And that's the whole thing that I'm saying too. Like when somebody's telling you crank that thing up to 600, if that's from their experience, but they're in a fucking 10-foot ceiling, and you have a 6-foot ceiling or an 8-foot ceiling, for you to do that is horribly detrimental to that plant. I would imagine.
Right.
It's not. And again, that's me coming from more of a basic scientific understanding of things.
I have it higher than whatever the manufacturer recommends. Like I have it over 3
18
feet.
what do they say? Like 18
it says like
to 21.
18 to 24. Between veg and flower.
But that depends on the plant. It depends on the type of plant.
Marky and also the space, I guess.
Yeah, we have the Mars
bushiness. We didn't lollipop as much as high as we wanted to. So of course that's all. I said on the last one, it's fucking laughing at me, that larf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's why my best friend is a garage washer who likes to bake products, and anytime I have like larf and all that stuff, I'm like, here you go, bro.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
We tried that once and we never saw it again. So that guy's ixnayed.
Oh, this dude's like, he's been one of my best friends for many years.
He's one of the guys in the
he's one of the guys I can trust.
I love the recyclability of this stuff.
Yeah.
Every part of the plant can definitely be used.
Shout out Sycamore Biochar Collective. That was super awesome. Like,
I met him finally.
Yeah, he's super cool. He's an awesome dude. But I think like people bringing their leaves from defoliating and bringing their like stalks, that's like a super awesome thing. I think people should do that because what else are people doing with it, right? All the growers out there.
I mean, we're just tossing it unless we're gonna, drop it on inside whatever the pot.
Yeah, sometimes you can get a lot of like, come on.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah,
and even with I use the mulch.
I can't chop and drop that much.
Yeah, so
it'd just be like piles of crap.
And then that leads to more gnats.
Yeah, I don't have a gnat problem, but I use saponins all the time. It
there you
kills
go.
Gnats. Yeah, Kiyaha, yucca, coconut. Yeah. I mean, it works for me, dude. Like, I mean, you have to understand, the water at the spot is 490 to 500 ppm, period.
Mine's about 250.
250 is safe to drink. 500 is where they're supposed to investigate, like for drinking water. But it comes out to like, so like I have to use RO. I have to use organic because that's what works for me. The build a soil way.
Right.
It's enabled me to grow medicine for the person that I'm a caretaker for.
I'm so cheap. I still haven't got the RO system. I'm so curious to see what's going to happen if I do that. Like, what expressions or what change is going to happen out of the plants? Is it going to take me to Super Saiyan 2?
Dude, hey, that might be the ticket.
It might be.
Bro.
I'm just too fucking cheap. I got so many other things I want to get or whatever on the list.
Yeah, I think
use rainwater.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Dude, I want Pharaoh. I'm seriously interested in just like convincing myself to buy one of those machines just for like drinking water.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ionizers,
yeah,
yeah,
what I
you
mean?
should.
Yeah.
They're great things.
Yeah.
I've actually got some literature from her over there about it.
I would love to look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I already kind of know and everything. I'm already convinced, right? I'm like sold on it.
Yeah.
It's just the frugalness that break that wall.
Yeah, that's
I think
a
there's
little
some
investment,
some
but I think
options,
it's
though.
like for how big of an investment it is too. If I took the amount of bottles of water that I purchased and
You
did
know
it
it's gonna.
against the thing, it would probably measure out to be perfectly fine.
Of course, it's
But
an upfront thing.
I'm more intimidated that I'm just like a bum and I love convenience sometimes. So I will definitely be grabbing them damn water bottles and I'm gonna forget and like whatever. But for somebody who's growing, I'm like, fuck yeah, that probably is not
Yeah.
a horrible
She
idea.
sent me
You
that one
definitely should
video
get
with the
that.
grower, the cultivator, or whatever, using it.
Yeah, there's stuff you can do to use it for IPM as well. I think I've heard that you can use it at different pH levels for IPM. Is very helpful for foliar spraying and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got a different pH
Yeah.
setting that is
Yeah,
perfect.
no, because she explained it on the podcast. You'll see.
I
it's
can't wait.
Coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
I might play hooky from work, but either way, I'm gonna be zoned
No,
in.
you're fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it. We'll see.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like, there's never any problems, but you're the
Far is
person who's
awesome.
always around, and that's why I made you that.
For sure, I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I'll figure
mean,
it out.
Yeah.
I mean, like sometimes
Yeah.
people,
I-
when Dave streamed more, Dave would have what we call the crazies.
Not quite sure what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can time people out. You can remove their messages. Like if somebody's obviously being disruptive.
I
just-
We've
think
got a
it
great
also
community.
Yeah,
shows a level of authority on the matter.
Mhm.
Like if you were to ask me a question, would be
Yeah.
the same thing as probably asking you a question,
Yeah.
and you being able to chime in with the input.
Yep.
It's kind of a badge of like you definitely are dropping
He's supposed
some
to be
decent
there.
knowledge.
He's supposed to be there.
Bro, I love listening to you talk about it. I love
Yeah.
listening to both of you talk about it. I understand the basics
Yeah.
of this thing, but hearing both of you with the passion and the back and forth, and I love what you're saying too. Like, what if it's just that little meter, bro? If I get
Yeah.
that meter, maybe I go to the next level and shit. And it's just plugging and playing those new little things. But that's what we talked about from
Yeah.
the beginning, that constant and never-ending improvement.
Yep.
Today you're growing some real cool shit, bro. What is this in a year from now? What is this in 8 cycles from now?
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of
Because you have the
things
capacity
to
to do it now.
Oh, you're like I said, dude.
Marky's got me steered now towards genetics.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
hope I'm not wasting time with whatever's in the garden right now. Obviously, like there's some I want to cull, but that's a battle between me and my brother. But yeah, genetics, man, and we'll see where it goes.
Marky's got a good line on genetics. I mean, he tends to run a lot of the grandiflora type stuff, and that's a real strong line. I think you're gonna like the goat stuff.
Mhm.
Everything's very unique. I mean, there's whether it's for you or not, or whether it hits or not is different. But like, you can appreciate somebody like the way his plants. I've seen his plants grow is just pretty cool.
I tried Chris's version of the goat's glue.
Sure.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to try the Urban Legend submission.
I stood next to that man all night. It was so cool.
Because
And-
if you're beating freaking Marky, I mean, it's
I
got
guess
be
I saw
something.
today. Marky commented on Marky like one time. Thanks, Marky. I appreciate you. I get forgetful, and so sometimes I have to go and like make sure I've liked all my friends' stuff on Instagram. And Marky went through it. He made a comment today. He won People's Choice too at Urban Legends.
He won People's Choice.
I guess.
So wait, there was a separate one?
I
I didn't know that.
Or I don't know. He said People's Choice too. I was like, damn, I didn't know you won both. But he did win best
Wait,
terps.
Marky or
Marky.
okay,
Marky.
So, okay, I'm
Not
just making
Goat.
sure I'm not.
Yes.
Okay, so People's Choice was Marky. So then what did
Well,
Goat win?
He won terps. Oh, Goat.
Overall.
Yeah, he won best
Okay.
overall.
So
Was
okay,
Goat Glue.
Marky, Presidente,
Marky.
Secretary of
Terp
Terps.
ambassador.
You know what I'm saying?
Our
He earned it.
Our friend Ghost Pharaoh. Shout out Ghost Pharaoh. Thank you for the sticker that's on the bottom of my laptop. You're the fucking man, dude. And he showed up at the Fox Valley Grow Club too, which was super cool. And actually, if you're watching this, you should come out. It's either this week or last week or
Which one?
the one on April 26th. It's the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be the next one.
So this weekend I'll be at the Blue Island. When are you gonna go?
Yes, I am actually. D is going to be emceeing, and Tank is streaming, and I'm going to be streaming with Tank, either on and off or for as long as he wants me there. Because you know,
That's dope.
yeah.
I'm jumping on.
That's
I'm
so
sorry.
cool.
I'm just
No,
I'm
you
gonna
should jump on.
Yeah.
My girl's coming with her sister, so she'll be occupied,
Cool.
and I got
Sweet.
room to
Yeah.
play with.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm planning on going that. And then the weekend after, the Melt Market with hang out with Marky and David from Fire Ferments. I heard Charlie's gonna go there just to hang out.
What's this again?
420 at the Melt Market.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the wax thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
I don't know. I just
There's also one out in Elburn. I know there's a big party out in Elburn.
There's so many
big
things right
420
now.
party. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. April is crazy.
I think I just saw something today because I seen it. It was from
Made
a kid
Gallery's
from my
doing something. There was a comedian.
Woody's. Is it Woody's?
Woody's in Algonquin.
Yeah. Shout out to Don Mega, dude. I went to freaking Fairview freaking elementary school with that guy.
Really?
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Hell
sure.
yeah. I just want to go just to say what's up because he's gonna be there with Dibbles.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah. There's lots of people. Everybody's doing stuff for April. It's 420.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I will probably try to ask for permission to enjoy that entire day. Is it a weekend?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Saturday.
I think.
Oh my goodness, the gods have aligned.
Yeah.
Rage.
Yeah. No, I think a bunch of us are going to hang out at the Melt Market, and then it's like 5 minutes away from where I stay at, and I think we're going to after party there because it's like right there.
If you want me to,
Yeah.
I'll come.
Yeah. We'll see what the weather's like. You know what I mean? And what the vibe's like after dealing with all that stuff at doing dabs all day, all this awesome hash that's coming around.
All right.
Should be a
Looks
good
like my
time.
420 is now set.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything.
I mean, that's where Marky's going to be. David from Fire Ferments. You know,
I fucking love David. from
there's
Fire
also
Ferments.
Dude's the man.
Sycamore
Love that dude.
Biochar and Phenohound Genetics is having their all day 420 thing out here in Sycamore at the Galaxy Starship. I'll probably pop out there for a little bit, and then, you know, I know Bob's is doing a dab bar out there, so I got to stop by and see Bob. I haven't seen him in a while,
Yep.
and he's doing, I know, some dab education. Shout out Bob, doing dab education as you always do. So yeah, doing them dabs,
Yep.
hitting them slurpers.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I
there's
still
lots of stuff going on. What are you doing,
Fuck.
Dave? What are you doing for 420?
disc golfing.
Disc golfing?
110%.
Pardon, it is not.
I might try
is
and
not
make it
the
out to
women's-
something after.
It's not the women's event. That's in May. I checked.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I figured.
I think the ones at Highland, the other ones.
We
at
need
the
to talk.
private event.
After the podcast, speaking of 420 disc golf.
I'm gonna. You better remind me. I have a short-term memory,
know.
bro. But yeah, no, I will. Yeah, maybe I'll stop by somewhere.
You should. The one's
Yeah.
in Aurora.
Okay.
You know where it's at.
Aurora? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know where that's at.
Yeah.
I grew up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Aurora.
Aurora.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's
Yeah,
World.
Aurora.
Yeah.
That's
I
what.
was just thinking of Bob Odenkirk in that movie in the second one.
yeah.
Aurora.
Yeah.
It's not as cool as Wayne's World made it out to be.
No, it really isn't.
Dude, it's
I mean, it's fine.
yeah, I mean it's what I call home kind of in
Yeah.
my head, to be honest with you.
For
I know
sure.
like a lot of parts of it, so it's hard to like
poo all the way on it, but there is some poo out there, man. Poo-poo.
My roommate's from there, so yeah.
Nice.
My old roommate.
There's poo everywhere, though. That's why we just all need to hit the atomic bong already.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
on the same playing field.
Hell yeah.
But we got to pack that bong up with some fire. You know
Only the
what I mean?
good stuff now.
Yeah.
Now that we're weed rich, right?
Yeah, it's always fun. People are like, "Here, take more," and I'm like, "Dude, I don't need more. I have so
don't know
much."
if I'm gonna like it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm already
Not wrong.
Yeah, it's
You're
like
not wrong. I hate to be like that, but like, I mean, I do appreciate it, and I do check stuff out. And if you are serious about like, come up to me, be like, "Here, will you?" You know what I mean?
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
If you want to know,
I mean, there's
will be
lots of people
very
here like,
honest
"Here,
with
check
you.
this out. Here, check this out," but they don't really want feedback.
Shit, man. I've been in the same boat. Don't
Yeah.
worry. You know, it sucks to be told that it's fire and then it's not.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And then, but
Somebody
I know what you're saying, but we're fucking snobs about this shit, kind of. And it's
Mhm.
because we've seen so much. We've been around so much.
somebody
So what to you might be shit,
Everybody
to
else
somebody else could be fucking gold.
Yeah.
Especially when the shit that you guys is growing
Right.
is nothing that comes out of fucking some of these
It's
like
funny.
Michigan markets and shit, right?
Yeah.
The everybody wants
shake, the
$100 ounce,
$70
and I
$70 shake.
right, okay. At some point, I hope that's a reality for everybody when everybody is allowed to grow big ass farms and everybody's competing kind of against whatever. Maybe then let the market kind of show itself, but like. Go find out what $100 fucking buys you sometimes, and it is not what everybody.
Definitely, probably not 13 seeds.
Well,
Yeah.
and the thing is, everybody goes, "Oh well, this is fire to me." Well, you got ugly baby syndrome, bro. Because the rest of us who have smoked a lot of really good shit
Right.
before,
I know those
some of us who
conversations.
grow really good shit, some of it's a totally different fucking playing field.
Yeah,
I
and
get
it's
the 40
weird.
bag. And it's like, dude, that 40 bag is so bad. You trust me, you want to spend a little bit
Yeah.
more or whatever for this bag, trust me. But yeah, I went through those days, right? I went through the black market days of having like, you know, the $300 to $400 bags that it didn't matter what it was, if it was good or not. Like you're getting it, right? Because this is what's available.
Yeah.
I don't know how many bags I had to endure,
Yeah.
and then the same batch over and over again
Yeah.
until that batch was
That
done.
was-
And then
to
yeah.
get to the new stuff that was
Yeah.
finally like, oh my God, thank God. It's like that last stuff, but this shit right here finally. But
Yeah.
you know, then
Yeah.
it was like, oh, finally I get my medical card and now I can go to the dispensary. And it's like, okay, well, that shit is actually bad too. But the dispensary thing, it seems like it's good. I'm gonna keep going with it, but then you find out it's bad too. It's even
Yeah,
worse.
It's even worse.
It's just,
You're-
it doesn't matter. It's just another face until you get to the source, right?
Yeah.
Well,
You have
and
to
that's
get to the
bingo.
source.
Bingo. I think that's a huge part of this. I don't think that it's that at some point I want to see that
Yeah.
Mhm.
out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But I've been a huge advocate for peddlers licenses my whole life.
Mhm.
Why aren't we allowed to sell these things? If I can go home and make arts and crafts and sell it on fucking Etsy, why the fuck can't you go home and make some shit and sell it? But plenty of our friends are online fucking making
Yep.
some homemade shit, feeding people,
Yep.
selling food products and
Mhm.
whatever. Fine, you have a food handler's license. Well, then
Yeah.
give me a fucking weed handling license
Yeah.
and let me fucking handle this thing
Give me some
so
of
that I
mom
can peddle it
spaghetti.
off. And I wish that I genuinely do. I want to see a day where everybody who is growing some good shit can just represent themselves freely without the fear of persecution and being
Yeah.
some fucking,
Right.
you
Well,
know, but
and see, that's the thing, and I've said that recently too, and I know I've said it in the past, and I don't advocate for the government to take any more taxes than they already do, but there's definitely a framework here, and there's definitely a way for people to actually use the plant to actually rise up and make something for themselves and for the community and for other people, and there's ways that the state could take advantage of it and promote it, and it would be way more helpful than a lot of the
people
stuff
go to
that we
work
do.
every single day
Yeah.
and get taxed tons of money every day to go to work. It sounds
Mhm.
fucking ridiculous. Just
Right.
tax me to fucking stay
I
home the
gotta
same
pay to
fucking
go to
way.
work, basically.
I'll pay you the same amount of fucking taxes. It doesn't even fucking matter. Let me stay home, grow some shit, and represent my fucking product. I don't see why it's a problem. I hate that it is a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish that fucking people, or if you didn't want to be the salesperson, then you could get a middleman and there could be dispensaries that were run by the homies. If I was more, because I love talking to people and getting in their face, I would love to take all your guys' product, put it behind me on a shelf and go, bro, I got some fire for you all, right? Is let the market kind of choose too.
Right.
Right.
Because
and that's the thing.
what's
That's
good
what
for
kind of what, we're doing here with our
Yeah.
community, and I love it. And it's like, so what if you don't go to me? Look at all the options here of awesome people.
And everybody
I
gets
vouch
together.
for every one of these
yeah.
guys right here, right here, right here, right here. Just don't go to that guy.
well, and
You know what I mean? Like, don't go to that dispensary or whatever.
Yeah.
the bad
the man.
players.
Don't go to the man.
The
Yeah.
bad players are bad players. All right. And like, it sucks that, see, because like, how does somebody like you who knows that you could represent a serious medical product, right? What you grow could genuinely change somebody's
Yeah.
physical existence.
Mhm.
How do you take that from being a badass at growing something and spot somebody in the world and go, you would be the fucking one that this would most benefit?
Yeah.
Right. And why isn't, I just want that to be a thing so bad where you know your shit so well. You come up and you go, hey, I know what you're about. Here's what something would benefit you. Here's something that would benefit you. I stick to a few basic things, right? I know a few basic things about this well,
Yeah.
and I can deliver you some comforts, some genuine whatever it is. And if you just want to be headmaster of them all, if you want to be flavor profile guy, you want to have all the different flavors, like attack whatever it is and
Yeah.
and run your course. But I think like, dude, I don't know. I want to see cannabis evolve into a means for everybody
Yeah.
to
Right.
exist, bro.
So we can all eat
Yeah.
and not be so fearful of whatever
Right.
might come of it.
Even when I say means to exist, why aren't you able to like, bro, if you were walking down the street and you see somebody that has MS, okay, they have a gait to them, they walk a
Right.
certain way, they do certain things. It is because of the level of spasticity and inflammation that they are feeling.
Yep.
Right.
It's the level of, it's not having the energy through the day to get through and do the things that has beaten them down to the
Yeah.
point that they're in the physical hurt that they are now.
Yeah.
You grow a product, bro, that could physically help somebody out
Yep.
there. Why can't you go represent it to
Yep.
them? I fucking hate this portion of the game. And like, no matter who does it.
Yep.
So like, that's why like, to me, I want to hate MSOs. I don't want to hate MSOs. I don't really know. Just let me fucking be in my lane, dude. Let me do my thing. If you're
Yeah.
going to do your thing, do your thing. Let me get a peddler's license.
Yeah.
And I wish that for all of you. I
But
hope
we're
that
working
all of,
towards that.
be
man.
We are.
I think that's the most beautiful thing. I think that it has to evolve.
Yep.
It has to fucking change. Dude.
Right. Shout out to the
And-
guys that are actually freaking, on the internet right now doing it.
Th-
That are doing the THCA thing, whatever you want to call it.
bro, whatever you're
It's a
doing,
You
risk,
can do
man.
it.
Yeah,
You
man.
can do it.
Oh, I know.
you
I ain't
listen
going
to
there.
the show.
We talked about it.
You hear me talk about it regularly.
Right.
I want everybody to I wish that everybody could.
Yeah.
And
it's
everybody
a risk, though,
can.
because you're
It's
still
a risk.
technically. I mean, if you,
It's a risk.
it's like here,
You're
go
tr-
do it. But once they come walking in the door,
You're gonna be fucking shitting your
You're fucked.
grits.
You know what
I
Yeah,
mean?
you're and but this is what I also told everybody. Make sure that you have a lawyer who understands
Yep.
what you're doing if that's the approach you want to take at this. But I hate that people literally, because our friends at fucking Kifcure went out and fucking looked for a lawyer at that fucking last cannabis convention, spend all this fucking money to do this thing, to find somebody that they're going to spend all this money with for guidance because of how weird all the regulation is and everything. Fuck all that boo-boo.
Yeah.
Let me do my damn thing, bro. I can't be a god. Y'all can't be lawyers and fucking growing experts
Yeah.
and fucking marketing men and fucking. How are you supposed to know that somebody has MS? Like I just said, I said that with such confidence because I can see it.
Mhm.
For me to expect you to do it, I don't, right? But
Right.
like, So how do you bring all of this thing together? And it's bullshit that they don't let people stay in their lanes. I wish that shit was on shelves everywhere.
Yeah.
Bro, is what I'm telling you. It's cleaner than a lot of shit that I see in dispensaries. I go to more Michigan dispensaries.
Yep.
Personally, I visit there more. I don't really buy a lot of Illinois stuff because of the people I'm around. I have some very quality grown shit around me, and I don't necessarily have to. But in Michigan, I'll pop in the door every once in a while because it's so fucking cheap. But it's so fucking cheap, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. This would blow people's fucking minds in a lot of instances, right? And you're even saying, like, I want to get it up a few levels. I want to do some more shit. And I think there's room for improvement, bro. I'm not trying to tug you too hard because you're here. There's plenty of room for improvements and whatever. But that one nug there, that big fatter stuff, dude, and whatever, it's fire. It looks pretty. The density is real nice. Everything's terps are nice. Everything's real nice. The smaller nugs, you're like, I wish it wasn't smaller nugs, whatever.
Yeah.
But bro, it smells phenomenal.
Yeah,
And as
I
long as
can't
it's
wait
light-
to
it's
smoke
light
it.
yield on that one, so that one's more personals, right?
And bingo,
Yeah.
right? Like, but enjoy that shit, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Can
Thanks
you-
for letting me enjoy some of the personals.
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
everybody who lets
Yeah.
me do it.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I really
Yeah,
appreciate
well,
your.
thanks
this
for
shit's real.
coming around for stuff, Dave.
Well, hey,
I
everyone.
know.
Now that I know that people are, no, I'm just playing. No, I love everybody anyway. And I want to be around more of this stuff. I am a recluse.
Yeah.
I'm very.
Unless it's disc golf.
Same with my brother. He's a recluse, and
But-
he doesn't have any social media.
It's a recluse in a bad way because once I get out, you can't shut me the fuck up, dude.
True.
Right? And I
Yep.
just want to spew and I want to over talk myself. And I'm ready to talk to you about your health
Oh, yeah.
issues right now and everything. And people are
Speaking
like,
of,
bro, I just met you. Calm down.
let's talk about fizzy because I know you
yeah.
that's one of your personal ones that you've
So,
talked about.
Yeah.
And that's like actually for medicinal use. And I want to highlight.
I was gearing that one towards medicinal use, yeah. So that one's fizzy drink. It was a freebie that I got off the Exotic Genetics Discord.
Okay.
It is a cross of rainbow chip and red pop.
Okay.
So when I first met you is when I was like first starting to grow, and I think it was like the first 1 or 2 batches when I first
Okay.
met you. It wasn't getting me as high back then, right? Like I said, top shelf mids, right?
Sure.
That one was more terpy. It had the old school bottle cap candy type
Okay.
terp to it.
Yeah.
But it was like for me, I have a lot of nausea in the mornings and stuff like that. I don't eat in the mornings at all, and like no breakfast. So that was perfect. And then right after I met you in December, after the Dabs Giving, pretty much,
Yeah.
like I started doing 24-hour fasting. Pretty much ever since then. Like I'll have a cheat day maybe here
Sure.
and there since, but one of the struggles was that nausea
Yeah.
and always feeling hungry.
Sure.
And the go-to was fizzy
Really?
drink every single time. It was instant relief. And I get like heavy nausea, and just from like,
Yeah.
smoking and coughing, you'll get that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that feeling will
Sure.
then come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, boom, fizzy right away. It's like,
Okay.
oh, you're feeling it. Boom, right away. So it helped me to get through those first few months, and it's great. And I even grew one Mosca seed before, which I currently have now, but a different pheno, the green tea.
Okay.
And Florida orange, right?
Oh, I love it.
Dude, it was identical as far as the terps.
That's awesome.
I loved it. But we grew it only one time like that. The rest of the times it didn't hit. But it was always good for the stomach.
Okay.
Back then, that was my go-to for the stomach when I didn't have fizzy drink. But now, recently, I got the fizzy, keeping it going. Still got cuts of it.
Nice.
I haven't been smoking it as often. I actually haven't smoked it pretty much since, I don't know, the last batch
Okay.
of Leprechaun that this came out with, just because I've been heavy on the Leprechaun. I love the Leprechaun. It gives me the high that I love.
Nice.
And ever since I've, been almost 5 months now of the fasting, my stomach is on a different, like, game changer.
Cool.
I've acid reflux, whatever, not there. Very minimal nausea that if I
Nice.
get, I can just drink some water and I'm golden.
Sweet.
Yeah, game changer
You
when
ever
it comes to
heard
that.
me mention a Pashadi method?
Dude, I heard that. Every time you keep talking about that, I got this one vision of my cousin from a long time ago. Man, he did a freaking enema in front of me in the kitchen.
Well,
I'm
that's
just
a
like,
little different.
dude,
lot
that's what I
different.
keep thinking of.
Nah,
I'm just
nah,
like,
nah,
oh my
yeah.
god.
No, you just take a little thing
like-
and put it in your belly button, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But you guys were talking about like the suppositories or whatever.
Suppositories, yeah.
Goat,
that's-
I was
that's-
hanging out with
that's
Goat last week in
hilarious.
Springfield, and he's
Sorry,
like,
I mixed it up.
"No, that's funny." I was hanging out with Goat. You guys will enjoy this. He's like, "Bro, Mark was talking about bringing some suppositories, and I asked him if he was going to bring the flavored ones, and he didn't know what I was talking about."
No, hell no.
Kevin loves flavored suppositories.
Oh,
That's
my.
hilarious.
Goat loves that shit.
That's
He thought
fucking
it was so
awesome.
funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, man, 10% of people could taste it, so why not?
Yeah, why not?
But no, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
all because
No,
of
no,
the-
no.
all,
Something new.
all because of
Yeah.
hemp straws.
So I'm sure somebody around has a product that is representable. I'm sure Mr. CBD has something. This is a product that I represent from the cannabis industry because they did something
PTS
right.
oil.
There's PTS body oil. You can
Yeah.
buy it at a dispensary. It's like $30. A little 30 milliliter bottle of some liquids or whatever, maybe 15 milliliters. But it's got that eyedropper to it.
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
a few little dabs in your belly button,
Okay.
bro. You want to like, it's sick how effective this thing is. I used to call it like Frank's Red Hots because you
Yeah.
can put that shit on everything, bro. And it does. It's effective, but
Yeah.
it's effective because of its carrying oils. It does kind of help seep through the skin a little bit more, but it does have both THC and CBD, right? And like behind our belly button,
Yep.
we have like 2 million nerve endings or something.
Makes
It's our
perfect sense.
life
Yep.
source when we're children.
Mhm.
There's a lot of something going on behind it. So if we can stimulate that area and give it a direct shot of both THC and CBD, there tends to be some really good like neurological responses, some good eye pressure reduction, but also it's nausea. It's been
Yeah.
very good for nausea and shit too. So yeah, I mean, dude, I like that shit. I used to tell females on their period, legit,
Yeah.
like put it over your like whole fucking area pretty much, bro. I mean, fucking this shit rubs in and like there was some genuine relief
Yeah.
from that shit. So like being more direct with the thing, right? Like we all smoke and smoking's super cool and it does the trick most of the time because a lot of us are taking care of our heads and
Right.
shit. But when you're looking for that stomach relief, well, you got to have the fizzy
Yeah.
or just a little different method of
Yeah.
ingestion, a little put it in the belly button, dude. I know
Yeah.
it's weird as fuck, but like when I told people about this the first time at work, we had a girl come in, Briar.
Yeah.
We were talking about her with Lauren, came on last week and talked to us, but Briar came back and she was like walking all weird.
Huh.
And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I've been feeling weird all morning. And I was like, yeah, why? She's like, because I put that RSO in my belly button and I put a Band-Aid over it because it's like kind of oozing out a little bit. She had globbed up a fucking RSO right in her
Jeez
belly button. I'm like,
Louise.
bro, I was talking about putting like 1 or 2 drops of some little oil. It kind of
She
stimulates
put
the area.
oil in.
She put Fico, fucking RSO, whatever the hell you want to call it, in her belly button, and then put a bandage over it and was like, kind of feels like it's pouring out while I'm walking. Cause now I'm like, yeah, I was dying, dude. I'm like, no, we don't got to go that far with it. All right.
How
Just a
much
little-
did she
little
put
dip.
in? 'Cause
She
you don't
said
need
she,
much of that
she
Fico.
said she filled her belly button
wow.
That's a lot
up
of Fico.
with, yeah, she put
Jesus
a
H.
in there and then bandaged
How'd
it
she-
up and said,
how'd
let's
she
keep it
heat
in
up-
there.
How'd she heat up the syringe to get it out
Yeah.
like that?
Bro, when you first get them
I know.
Ficos, you do it right, you know?
Damn,
Little,
man.
yeah.
You just blew my fucking mind.
I promise you. Yeah, I've seen some wild shit. I mean, I'll tell you personally, I used the suppositories one time because I used to try to sell them to so many people, and they're like, bro, you can't keep telling me to do it if you haven't done it.
Right.
I got stomach issues. I have problems. Like, I was going through like hell, dude. My stomach sucked for like 2-3 days straight. Couldn't get back on track, nothing. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to try this thing anyway. Like, I had it sitting there forever. Gave it a shot. We're way less like comfortable talking about it over here. In fucking every other part of the world, they still use suppositories very, very regularly as a method of delivery because it's more effective and it's more direct in what they're doing. But I was like, all right, whatever, I'll try it out. And bro, I felt fucking amazing, dude. I was like immediate. I'm like, I kind of want to eat right now, but I'm like, I'm not going to upset myself too much, whatever. But then my boy came over.
And I knew he was coming, so I packed a pipe. It's sitting on my lap. And then, like, he came over. He's sitting there on the porch. We're talking, whatever. And he's like, hey, man, you going to light that pipe? And, like, dude, I looked at it. I'm like, holy fuck. I cannot smoke this thing right now. I gave this dude the pipe. I'm like, you can smoke that all? He's like, for real? I'm like, yeah, dude. I lied to him at the time. I was like, bro, I was over at my boy's house doing too many dabs and shit. And he got me all fucking greened out. I'm too good right now. Bro, no, it was suppository, but it fucked me up. Mentally, whatever, but man, it made my gut right. The best it had been for such a long time. Like it was cool. I resort now to Pashadi method because nobody wants to be doing the suppositories all the time, you know. But hey, in emergency, all right, you got to put that shit behind a glass mirror or a glass fucking wall, break it and pull it out. You know, I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I love it. That's funny though.
But
hell
yeah, Pete. I fucking love you, bro.
I love you guys.
I really think you're. I think you're a kick-ass character. I love your perspective on this thing. I love your contribution to this thing. Now you are contributing to cannabis and its
Illinois cannabis culture,
and you're a part of it. And I respect the fuck out of you for sharing yourself with me and with everybody here.
For sure.
Again, we can check out your journey at, what was it, on Instagram?
You can catch me at Heisenterp_Brothers.
Yep, Heisenterp Brothers on Instagram.
There you are. And I will go back and look a little bit further back. I did scroll a little bit when
dude, it's good.
I went on the other day, and the coolest, like all of these people, like Pete, and I say these people because Aaron has introduced me to everybody in this side of people, and like
they're amazing,
bro. So many badass folks.
What Marky did for me.
Yeah. I had everybody, and I was like trying to look at everybody's little profile at the top and make sure I was throwing love and shit and looking whatever. Dude, it's very cool to see people doing what they're doing. It's cool to see you say, look it, I'll be fully transparent like Aaron said. You show it real, you show it raw. And even you're saying we're growing all this shit together. If anybody's got any ideas, always shoot them everybody's direction, right? But thank you for your contributions and your perspective at it, because I think you're growing badass shit, dude.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate you
Keep
guys
leveling
having me
up,
on. Support dope people.
Support dope people.
Support your local grower.
Hell yeah.
You already know. Appreciate it, guys.
Shout out Crop Culture.
Hell yeah. Marky, you're the man.
Marky,
Thank you for everything.
Lido.
Yeah.
Bongster.
Yeah, Bongster.
Fire Ferments. Crop Culture Box. Can of Chris.
Yeah.
Carissa.
Yeah, Carissa.
Thank you for the jars.
Goat
I
Genetics.
love it. There's so many people to name.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
so many Midwest, appreciate all the collaboration we got going on right now. Everybody, man.
Cool.
You guys are amazing. This community is amazing.
Yeah,
dude. Cool. Well, we love you all. We hope you enjoyed Pete. Pete's awesome.
You, bro.
Yeah. So we love you all. Smoke weed every day. Peace.
Let's go smoke one.
Yeah. Bro.
Dude, that was awesome. Appreciate you guys.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.